Well, I just want to, first, congratulate the Mavs. Obviously, they didn't win the series, but I thought their guys competed at a really high level every single night. It was certainly a hard-fought series. I thought both teams competed really, really hard. I thought today good lead there, and then I thought their second chance points to start the third quarter when we had a 7-point lead. We gave 2 offensive rebounds, cut the lead. We had a couple, obviously, in the first half that really allowed them to really cut into our lead. And I thought Powell and Pachulia, all those guys did a really, really good job on the glass. I think the shooting percentage for them was pretty high, but I think also was they got a lot of shots back. Obviously I thought individually Russell, had an incredible game, and I thought Kevin played, very, very well. They're a hard team to guard with Dirk. We decided midway through the fourth to do some switching. I thought that helped us a little bit get some stops. But, we're excited about getting a chance to move on and play again. And, just knew that every game against these guys was going to be hard fought.
Nick Gallo, KCThunder.com. I want to ask you about 2 facets of the game tonight: 17-3 advantage in points off turnovers and 18-0 advantage in fast break points. Why were you guys able to capitalize in those 2 areas?
Well, thank God we offensive rebounded pretty well. And I think, at the end of the third and the fourth quarter, we kept our own offensive rebounds because they were hurting us. And I thought there was some play. We had one play that was really. We got caught against the shot clock. Russell took a long 3, and Andre rebounded the ball and laid it in. Like, that was not we were fortunate there. But there was some offensive rebounds late that helped us that we were able to gather and come up with. Again, I think what happened on the glass a couple of games, I felt like they were going to come in here and really try to do a great job rebounding. And I thought Powell down loose balls was really effective for their team.
Royce Young, ESPN. Billy, your starting lineup this year has been far and away your best lineup, one of the very best lineups, period, in the whole NBA. It hasn't played much in the fourth quarter. I think it's played a little more than 20 minutes during the regular season in the fourth quarter. You finished the game with it tonight. Why haven't you used that one in crunch time very much, and do you think you'll use it more going forward?
We can. I think one of the things, coming down is the matchups, and also wise for Russell and Kevin. And sometimes we've played some small, sometimes we've played with, Russell and Dion back there. Sometimes like last game against, Dallas, we had Ennis close the game. So I think it's probably more looking at it, as it relates to what's going on inside the game, who's playing well at that time, what do we need offensively and defensively. I thought today in the game, I thought we really needed Andre, because I thought we're going to need to switch, we're going to need to guard the ball, because they were putting us in a lot of difficult binds with Dirk, and they were really trying to go to him, and we got caught having to pull across and help. So we stayed with a lot of defense on the floor, tonight, and I thought that helped us. But really, it's nothing more than, based on what's going on in a particular game.
Last one, Nick.
Coach, I want to kind of piggybacking off of that, ask you about Steven and Andre's defense. Steven's versatility, being able to guard Dirk, and then Pachulia, and then Dre all over the perimeter.
Well, the one thing that was encouraging to me in the series was the fact that, Steven Adams, I'm not so sure, maybe in the beginning of the year, I would have ever put him on Dirk Nowitzki. And I wouldn't have put him on maybe some guys we've been able to put him on. He ended up, I think, playing a lot of different smaller people and did a great job. And, Nowitzki made a couple shots on him, but Steven did a heck of a job defensively in this series for us. He guarded Pachulia up front. He was great in pick and roll coverage. We put him on Dirk when Serge and Nick got in some foul trouble. I really believe that Steven's evolving defensively to be one of those unique centers, and he's got such flexibility, he's got such good feet, and he's really, really smart defensively. So, he did an incredible job in this series all the way around, because he was the one guy tonight that was out of foul trouble, and we probably maybe loaded him up on maybe too many minutes in terms of extended minutes, because he played that whole first quarter without coming out because Nick and Serge had foul trouble. Minutes because he played that whole first quarter without coming out because Nick and Serge had foul trouble.